Number 1 is asking you to evaluate 3/8 squared. What you would do in this one, squared is basically multiplying a number to itself. So we can raise both the numerator and the denominator both to the exponent of 2. So we'd have 3 squared over 8 squared. 3 squared is 9 and 8 squared is 64. You can't reduce 9 over 64, so your answer is simply going to be 9 over 64. Number 2, evaluate the expression below for x equals 2 and y equals 5. We have x squared plus 2 times the quantity of x plus y. When it asks you to evaluate for a variable equaling a number, it wants you to substitute that number in for the letter. So I'm going to replace x with 2, both the x's, and I'm going to replace y with 5. So I'll have 2 squared plus 2 times the quantity of 2 plus 5. Now we got to use order of operations. Parentheses come first, so we had the 2 plus 5, which is 7. Then exponents comes next, so I squared the 2. So I'll have 4 from the 2 squared plus 2 times 7 because 2 plus 5 is 7. Next in order of operations is multiplying. That would be the 2 times 7, which is 14. So then we add 4 plus 14 and we get 18. So your answer for number 2 is going to be 18. Number 3 is asking you to evaluate for 2 to the third. When the exponent is being raised to a third, it is basically saying that number times itself 3 times, or in this case, 2 times 2 times 2, which equals 8. So your answer for number 3 is going to be 8. Skipping ahead to number 6, it asks you to simplify the expression. So we got to follow order of operations. We have the quantity of 7 squared minus 2 to the third divided by 7. We have 7 squared and 2 to the third that need to be done first inside the parentheses, because parentheses, then exponents. So 7 squared is 49 and 2 to the third is 8. So now the parentheses involving that would be 49 minus 8, which is 41 divided by 7. 41 divided by 7 is the fraction 41 over 7, which can't be reduced, so that would be your answer for number 6. To number 8, it asks you to simplify the expression. Now, these are brackets, and brackets are like larger parentheses in that we do everything inside the bracket, which includes parentheses which are inside of brackets. So the easiest way to explain this is to start from the inside and work your way out. So start with the parentheses here, which are 7 minus 4, which is 3. So we have 3 to the 5th divided by 9 in the brackets that still have to be done. So 3 to the 5th is 343 divided by 9. Again, we're still doing everything in the brackets first before we touch the outside 3. So 243 divided by 9 is going to be 27. Then 27 times 3 is 81. So your answer for number 8 is going to be 81. Going to number 10, it asks you to evaluate the expression for x equals 3 and y equals 6. And we have the expression 3y minus 12 all over x. Taking out this y and replacing it with 6, and taking out this x and replacing it with 3, we can now evaluate it. So now we'll do 3 times 6, which is 18. So 18 minus 12 is 6, and then 6 over 3 is going to be 2. So your answer for number 10 is going to be 2. Number 12, it is asking you to find the sum without the use of a number line. So basically, we're just going to be adding or subtracting up the decimals. So we have 51 over 58 plus a negative 17 over 29. So we got to make the denominators the same. We could actually make both of these 58. We could simply multiply these and use that larger denominator and just reduce the fraction at the end if you didn't see that they both become 58. But since we do see it becomes 58, we see that to get 58 from 29, we multiply by 2. So when we multiply the bottom by 2, we multiply the top by 2, so 17 times 2 is 34. So now we're going to add 51 over 58 plus a negative 34 over 58. So that means basically we subtract 51 and 34, which gives us 17 over 58. So your answer for number 12 is going to be 17 over 58. 13, it is asking you to find a product. The product is the result you get when you multiply. When you multiply fractions, you just multiply the numbers across from each other. So we have 5 times 1 is 5, and then 6 times 7 is 42, and bring this negative over with it, so your answer is going to be negative 5 over 42 for number 13. Moving down to 16, it is asking you to use the distributive property to write the expression without parentheses. When you distribute a number into parentheses, we're basically multiplying the number on the outside to everything on the inside of the parentheses. So we have to do 7 times 7a, which is 49a, and then 7 times 6, which is 42. So we'll have 49a plus 42 as our answer for number 16. Number 17, same idea. When we just have a negative in front, it's understood to be a negative 1. So we got to distribute that negative 1 into everything. So negative 1 times 5x is negative 5x. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. So your answer for number 17 is going to be negative 5x minus 2. Number 18 is asking you to simplify the algebraic expression. So that means we will be combining like terms. Like terms are terms with the same letter and the same exponent. These both have x's, and the exponent, even though it's not written, is 1. So that means we just add up the numbers in front, which is 14 and 9, and 14 plus 9 is 23, so simplifying this will give us 23x. So number 18, the answer is going to be 23x. Number 19, same idea, combining like terms. Same letter, both x's, and the same exponent of 2. So you just add the numbers in front, so 3 plus 17 is 20, so 20x squared is going to be the answer for number 19. Number 20 is asking you to write an expression in simplified form for the area of a rectangle. Now the formula for the area of a rectangle is length times the width. So we're going to multiply these two sets up. So we have 10 times 2x plus 5. So then we distribute, we'll have 10 times 2x is 20x, and 10 times 5 is 50. So your expression in simplified form is going to be 20x plus 50 for number 20. 21 is asking you to simplify the expression. Now, in order to do this, we need to identify our like terms. Those will be the terms with the same letters and exponents. They all have b's and c's, but we've got to see which have matching exponents. Now, this is b to the third and c to the fifth. None of these have a b to the third and c to the fifth, but this is b to the fifth and c to the third, and this is also b to the fifth, c to the third, so those two terms here will be the like terms. So you just add or subtract the numbers in front. Here we have 6 minus 3, so that will give us 3. So your answer is going to be this 7b to the third, c to the fifth, plus 3b to the fifth, c to the third. That's number 21.